Hey game makers, Nelderson here. Uh, so sorry about my OBS crapping out on me, but I did screen record everything afterwards and am presenting it to you here. As always, like, comment, subscribe, tell me what's going on. I will link to the Discord channel below. Later. Alrighty, game maker, sorry about that. Unfortunately, you will not be able to see my face. OBS completely crapped out on me. Right now I'm using QuickTime because I can record it. I know it'll work. And you'll get a nice full HD resolution. All right. Well, the good news is I don't have to worry nearly as much now. So let's dive back into this. I might take this in sections just to make sure that things are getting properly documented. Okay, so JSON stringify. Let's get all this data over to the freaking database. Okay, so we want game network server URL. We want to do it on slash. What are we trying to do here? So let's just say character creator and slash save. Yeah, we'll just do save right now. Here, let me just make sure I'm spelling character correct. Yeah, I'm spelling character correct. Yeah, we'll go with it. Character. Yeah. Creator. Save. All right, we don't need any of this, but what we do need. So this is the payload, and what we want here is we want JSON dot stringify. We want to stringify the payload, right? And then we want to call this done function. We'll put it back. Okay, and then when it's done, if there's any, if there's any data that's coming back, just log out the data. Yeah, success, saving character, and we'll console log any data that comes from that. All right, so now the more fun part. Let's go over to our terminal, right? So this, and let's try to get into, where do we want this? We want this in API routes. We want this as, it's going to be similar to, say cloud save. Yeah, we already have this based off username and stuff. Here, let's just take this. Yeah, let's take all this as like a base to work with. All right, and let's go new file, and let's say character creator.js. All right, let's paste this, and what we want is the router. Okay, so the router is based off of the server.js file. So let's add this in here. So we want authentication. And this is going to be character creator. And this is going to be character creator.js. And that should work. Okay, so character creator. From here, we want to use the auth API, which is correct. We want to create a new mongoose schema. And we talked about how the mongoose schema is going to look, right? So we want email, username, and then characters is going to be an array. So username and email can all stay the same. Okay, and do we want this to be required? So we want this to be, what do we call this? Characters. So characters. All right, and the type is going to be, no, the type is going to be an array. forgive me while I put this over. Okay. Character creator, Jesus. All right, so we want to set up this save function. All right, so we want to save, right? The first thing we want to do, we don't need a name. What we need is, we should also include in the payload. Not in the payload. Here, hold on. Because there's, all right, without getting too complicated, let's see if I can get this out real quick. So we want the payload, but let's say we want character data, let's call it. I think that's a little easier to see. What does this like? That. There we go. So the other thing that we need to take into account is the index, right? So right now I'm going to hard code it to 0, but this is where I was talking about where we might want to do like, your own index to, based on the array. So like, it's a list of characters, but right now we're just going to save to index as 0. But let's say this is the third character you create. You could just put it as index 2 and so on and so forth. And you can just have a system where, whatever character they have selected is based off whatever index you feel like. All right. So character creator /save. Come over to character creator, save. This is a post request. I believe it's request.body. Just double check that. Let me just verify. Cloud save. I believe I have a post in here. Yeah. Body. Yeah. Okay, so back here. So we want, let's start using consts all along here. It's something I've been wanting to do for a while. A little bit more secure. Let's say we need index and character data. So index character data. And all this is doing is just getting it off the body. All right, so we want, yeah, because wait a minute. I shouldn't be finding by name from a post request. I should be finding by the auth API. Where is this here? So the auth API. Right. Okay, so let's say, where is this? Request.decoded .name should be what it is. Yeah. I just want to see what this is coming in as. Let's kind of throw this in here. Let's return a res status of 200. .send. I'll send just an empty object. I just want to make sure that this works. Okay, so how do we want to do this? We want to start the server. That's fine. We want to make sure our thing is pointed to this. Localhost, perfect. Perfect. Want to start up our MV Online. Whoa, even from my headphones, that's ridiculously loud. We want to continue. Okay, and then how do we actually call this sucker? Oh, so we gotta actually go into the scene and actually do this. Good times. All right. You wanna know what? Actually, let me reload this because I should be able to continue. Ooh, I want to say I saved a game that has this in it. I'm gonna go with this one. And I should be able to talk to this one. Ah, damn it. All right, I was hoping I had one already saved. Because I don't want to have to do this every single time where we have to, like, pick a few things. Let's just put on hair just so it doesn't look completely weird. Yes, we want to save this character. We're going to save to slot 1. So that way when we go back in, we can just kind of, do what we want to do. Save. Okay, so that saving should, there's one player connected. Hold on. Card constructor. No. Oh, you want to know what helps, ladies and gents? You gotta actually add it. So let us add online character creator integration. That would help. Now let's reload. Continue. Now let's open this. Oh. Ah, dang it. Let's try this again. Continue. Let's go back to the main screen. Let's load file 1. Now let's come in here. Now let's save. That is not defined. Okie-dokie. What is not defined? What? Online character creation 2. Console. Oh. Okay. I will just make this easy on myself and just log everything. I will just log everything right now. I do not care. That does not bug me. You want to know what? For this purpose, let us turn off login core. Normally, no. We need login core. Never mind. No, we need it. Because I'm locking everything down with login core. No. It has to be done. Never mind. False alarm, folks. False alarm. Okay, so let's end the game to title. Open this up. Come here. Get out. Well, would you look at that? Decoded name. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to see. All right, so const name equals request.decoded. Perfect. All right, because in that decoded, we had the ID, we had email. You want to actually, let's go based off of ID. And I will explain why in a second. So let's go by ID. And I should probably change it for the other one as well. All right. So the reason why I suggest ID is because IDs in Mongo are automatically indexed. I won't get too deep into what indexes are in MongoDB, but it essentially makes it so that your database looks up things quicker. And by default, Mongo does the ID automatically without having to create new indexes. So like in here, I would have to create an index for username so that when we find it by username, it's a faster query than or just as fast a query as index. Whereas here I can just go by the ID and it's a lot better. And once again, this request.decoded token is 100% on the back end, so I'm not passing anything. You have to be logged in order to get this token. And it's all based off the back end stuff. So this is really secure. This makes a lot more sense. Okay. So we don't need that. We don't need that. Let's come in here. So now we can search by ID. It's underscore ID based off the ID, right? And we don't want account. We want to say character data. All right. Let's say if character data. Okay, which means that there is something here. Let's get rid of this. Okay. Actually, let's actually do this correct because this is not correct. Give me a second, folks. Error saving character data. Yeah, character data. We'll go with that. Okay. This we want to send back a 400. This says no. Well, if there's no character data, that's not a. No. We want to say no character data. We want to say error retrieving character data. There we go. It's a little bit more succinct. Get rid of that. All right, so here, if there is character data, all right, now we actually want to save things to the character data. So this is going to be as easy as characters. All right, so we want to take character data. All right, so we want to take this character data object that we have, and we want to point to this characters. So once again, this is now an array, right? And the index we are sending into the payload, right? And we are setting this equal to character data. Okay, so we are sending a single character up. That's not going to work. Okay, we need to change the name on this. So let's not call this character data. Let's call this, technically it is characters data. Characters. I'll call it characters. I'll call it characters. And that way character data makes a little bit more sense. Yeah, that's ugly. Ugh, I gotta figure out, what is this technically? This is not... characters data? Yeah, I need to... that's gonna bug me. Characters.find one. I'm gonna go call it characters data because character data is what we're sending up in the payload. So for right now, this is what I'm going with. We're probably gonna have to change it. Okay, so we're setting the index. Now the second thing we have to do is we actually have to save this. So this dot save. I believe, hold on a second. It's been a while since I've had to do this. I believe we do it in login routes. dot save, then, whoa, if error, function error data. Yeah. I believe you can just, yeah, we'll do this. And we'll even use cool new stuff. Here, let's do this. That's so it looks pretty. Error data. If error. Okay. We want to send this. Error saving character data. Okay. Or else we want to send this. All right. That should do it. This looks good to me. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I need to worry about. We're saving to the database. We're doing this. It's already as a JSON stringify. All right. Let's try this again. And I believe we don't need to actually change anything because we didn't change anything here. We changed everything over here. So I should be able to come in, go out. Bad request. What happened? Bad request. Error retrieving character data. Error retrieving character data. So if there is no character data, we need to take this into account. All right, so if... All right, so this is not technically what we want to do. We want to create a new one by doing this. I believe it's new. Yeah. So you just create a new instance. Okay, so we want to create a new character, right? So we want to say new character. And then what do we save it afterwards? Well, login roots is probably not the best one to look at. Cloud save. Yeah. You do this and then you save it. Okay. So let's come back over here. Let us create a new character. Username. What was that? Do we still have that up here? Hold on a second. Right here. Email rank, name. So we do need name. And we do need email. Cool. So username is equal to name. Email is equal to email. Right? Email, username. And then characters. Right? So const. Oh, wait. No. Ooh, no. This is coming in with data. So we do need to take into account this character data. So we want to say const character data is equal to a blank thing. And then we want to say character data index, right, is equal to the payload, which is character data. You know, I got to get better with this naming convention. No. All right, so instead of this, let's just equal this data. This makes a little bit more sense. So there. Characters equal data. All right, so what we did here, just so we're all on the same page, all right? So if you do not find a character, which is what this is running, okay, we're going to make a new empty array. We're going to put into the index that you want the character data. So let's say you want to save the character to slot 3 and you have no other characters in slot 0 or 1. You can kind of throw it into slot 3 and create the characters with the new data object. So that is what's going on with that. And then we need to actually, do I need to set this to a constant? How this works? Yeah. And then you got to save it. Okay. So const new character equals. Right, and then we're gonna do this, that, dot then, and we can kind of copy this pretty much. All right, let me just look this over real quick. So let me just make sure this works really quick. Save, dot save. This looks pretty good to me. Maybe a little bit that we can do to kind of clean this up a little bit. I want to start getting better with cleanup in general. But this seems pretty fly. So this is if you find it. It's just going to append the character data to the character data. It's going to append the character data to the characters array. Whereas if there is no one defined, it creates a new character with your username and email based off the token. And your characters is from this new data object that we're creating with the character data that's coming up. This should work. So this is kind of like an update. It's like a create or update method. That's pretty much what's going on here. I wonder if Mongoose has like a created update. Hold on. I wonder. Upsert, huh? Update, upsert true. Yeah, I don't think it would work for our scenario because we also need to define default data. Actually, it might work. I might come back and do that another time. I want to try upsert, see if we can, simplify this logic. This logic is kind of clunky, to look at least. But little things. All right. So we should be able to once again run this. It should not. I shouldn't need to restart the game. Let's try. Forbidden. We have been forbid. Why are we forbidden? Interesting. We have been forbade. All right. I'm game. Why are we forbade? We got logged out. Why do we get logged out? I'm trying to figure that one out. Hold on a second. I have to think about that one. Why did we get logged out? I won't think about it too hard. Let's just try to get back in. All right, so continue, game 1. Let's try to come in here. We should be able to save. Empty response. So you're saying empty response. Why would it say empty response? Am I returning anything that doesn't look like it's... Huh. Would it be this? Is it that? Let's try this again. Hmm. Hmm. Come on, baby. Bad request. Why? Error saving character data. Could either be here or here. Oh no, or it could be here. No, it's gotta be this. Character. Alright. Let's try this again. Why? What's the error? Empty response. Well, it did it quickly. Character's not a constructor. Interesting. Hold on. Something is funky here. Alright, hold on. Save. Saves. But when I go to new, yeah, no, it's that. Shit. Alright, so that explains that. So it is characters. Make sure that this is done right. Let's make sure that saves to save. Yeah, I think I did this right. Characters to character. Right, mongoose model. Good to go. Characters, find one. New characters. Okay, we save. Ah, well, and we're not authenticated. The dick? What? Oh, that is some horse hockey. What is going on here? We're also getting some stuff. Duplicate key error. Okay, so it looks like something got saved. But wait a minute, if it got... Oh, we're not saving ID here. No wonder why. No, so we do have to search by name. Ugh. That's why this isn't working. Alright, yeah, I gotta fix that. There is a way to do it. We can add the ID in here. And it'll make a little bit more sense. Shit. Yeah, let's just do it by name for right now. We should do it by ID, but it's going to require a little bit more change on all the other things that I've done in the past. So I'm not going to mess with it right now, but we should do it or create indexes on everything. I'd rather do it by ID. I'll put that on the list of things to change. Oh, God. All right. So this should work. Bad request. My goodness, so many bad requests, so little time. Error saving character data. And what does it say over here? I think now is the time to see. Now is the time to check. Give me a second. Our saves object. Goodness gracious. Okay. So it looks like I got a few things here. That's our saves. Characters, look at that. So we got index, we got ID, username, and email. We got nothing in characters? Yeah, we do. Very, very cool. All right, so if I put this in something like this. All right, so this is saved as one big giant. I'll make sure this is all here. All right, yeah, there we go. I just want to make sure it was all there. All right, so characters, and right now we're only saving one character, so that's all that is here. This looks good to me. All right. So we got username, we got email. All right, characters. All right, it looks like this is being saved correctly. How do we test it? All right, so this is one part of it. So we made the post to save. Now the second one we need to make is a get. All right, so let's let's just do save and load. Let's make this simple. All right, let's do that. And that. All right. And let's do should be able to copy most of this. All right, we want to get this time. There's a way to do this. Whoa, what's going on here? I'm missing something. Hold on. Oh, there we go. So we want to load. Once again, load from cloud. No. Not metrics. No, I want to be that. I know I have an example of this somewhere. Yeah. There's a get. No. Where am I going here? I want like the. All right, I know there's a way to do it. I'll look into it. It's already 9:24. Okay. Let's take take this index. We're not going to get request body, but we can get a query, I believe, with this. And all we need is the index this time. All right. That's how we're going to do this. We'll do it based off the query. And then I don't believe we need anything other than the name. Right? So we're going to find one based off username name. We're going to get the character's data. And we can get rid of all of this. Okay. And else. Do something like this. So we want to say error getting character data. The index we want to return right here. We want to do data equal to this. Make this into an object. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're finding one by the username of a name, which is from the decoded string, and we're sending in an index on the load function, right? Which would give us, right, router get load, which would give us, let me think about this, which would send us the data in the, hold on. Let's also send a 200, which is a successful, which sends us a data of character data dot characters index. So this will give us the index that we want. All right, so here, so this was exit the scene. We're saving data. Now we want to gather it. And I'm trying to think of the best way to gather the information and make sure it's coming through correctly. Because once we have it coming through correctly, we've officially gathered our first our first requirement. How do I want to do this? You want to, let's build off of the game character creations that he had here. Yeah. Prototype. So let's do it like this. Will this work? Will the new ES6 work with this? Yeah. Well, let's probably just do function. Get character info from server. Let's do an index here. So I'm just going to put 0 in here. All right, so let's just say index 0. So we have a default setup. And then here, get dot then so we want to get and we want to load, and I believe we can pass in query options like this, if I'm not mistaken. So I believe we can do index is equal to index. And then error data. And we want to, or is it just data? Let's try it. Let's just log the data. Okay, let's do character data. All right. And it would be stringified. So what we want is parse the data. I think that. Oh, no, because it's coming in as data. So we want to do this. Data, right? Data. Because this is coming in as data. Okay, all right. So this should work. Yeah. And I should be able to run this directly from here. Just gotta reload the game here quick. The good news is I don't have to load up the server because I'm not doing it. I don't have to reload the game from the file. Shouldn't have to. So now I should be able to do game character creations dot get character info from server. I should be able to pass in an index of 0, and it should get me character data. Boom, baby, boom. It's coming from here, just making sure it's coming from the right point. Perfect. Yeah, character data. Look at that. It's all here, baby. It is all here. All right. Well, I would say very, very successful. We are getting information. So to summarize what we've done so far. All right. So this is good. This is a good start. All right. So what I have here is so let's go over what we have really quick again. Okay? Cuz there's a few things I need to clean up, but I'm going to take this off of recording and I'll clean up some of the stuff. Maybe save it for next week. We kind of hard coded this, so we need to make this a little bit more modular. But essentially, when the scene exits, so you come in here, you do the character creation stuff. Excuse me. And as soon as you exit, which actually saves the info, it also sends it to the server, which uploads your info for your character, right? You post it to an index, which right now we're just doing index of 0, which we need to change, granted. But you post it to an index of 0, and actually, I can post this to the ID that's already here. Yeah. Yeah. We can even post it straight to the ID, right? So I mean, right now you have to. Here, let me show you what I mean by that. So if I reload the game, or not reload the game here. If I show this right here, I'm saying open character creator on actor 3. So normally it would save it to your game. It would save it in the 3rd slot, and it would put it as the actor 3. Is how this would work normally. But what we can do is we can use this ID to instead save it to the server. And what I might actually do is instead of open character creator, maybe I'll make it so that it's a specific command that then gets passed down so that when exit the scene runs, it's checking if it's the normal character creator or if it's the online character creator. Does that make sense? So like maybe we can have a plugin command, right? And we did something like online character creator or something like that. And then you could do 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, whatever one you want. Or, oh yeah, open online character creator, whatever it is. Yeah, I kind of like that. That way you keep this separate from this. And what I'll do is I'll make it so that you specifically have to, yeah, so that way you have to specify the online. And it's not too tied in with how the original creation was intended, if that makes sense. So so whenever you do this online character creator, it is straight up going to bypass all of this. What I'll actually do is I'll actually bypass all this, because you shouldn't be saving it to here. And since I already have this, yeah. So I don't even need this stuff, this game character creation stuff. What I can do is I can literally take the info from right here. Yeah, I should be able to take the info from right there. So I can do here. Yeah. So I should be able to do something like this. Yeah, that's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. So that way it never gets to this point. It never gets put in this object if you're doing straight online. If you're not doing it from online, then it saves like normal and goes through the normal process. Yeah, I kind of like that. That way it keeps everything super separate. So I will update that to make that work along with that. But this is minimal code, man. This is great. This works. Should be nice. Now let's see if we can integrate it with my system really quick. This is where it's going to get a little more complicated. Build bitmap from info. This is where it's going to get interesting. Yeah. Draw a custom character. Draw a custom character from info. No. This. That's draw party characters. That's not what I want. Draw custom character. That's actor. Draw actor. Draw custom face. Draw custom face. Draw actor face. Draw character from bitmap. Draw party graphics. That's not what I want. I wonder if there's a game character in here. Yeah. Needs custom update. What? Whoa. Oh, boysies. This might be a little bit more complicated than I intended. Wow. Needs custom character update. What the fuck is that shit? Set need custom update. What the fuck is this? Set all needs custom update. What the fuck? What the fuck is this? Alright, game interpreter plugin command. Needs custom update. Needs custom update. Needs custom update. Where's the actual custom fucking update? Where is the actual custom update? Like, this is gonna be weird as fuck. Game event, set up custom character, needs custom update. Right, but this. This character set needs custom update to false. Image changed. Here we go. Okay. Oh man. This is interesting. Okay. Ooh. All right. I see how he's doing this. He's creating a sprite by using a window class. Dude, that is weird. All right, so he's using a window base class to create an XY position and then creating a sprite over that XY position. Is that what's going on here? Oh my god. And then this is the actual update method. Should still work. I mean, as long as it's performing, it should work just fine. All right, so I think we're gonna end it here because there is a lot to still unpack with this. We got honestly the easy part done, which is getting the information to and from. But now comes the nitty gritty. Now we have to actually open up the. We have to try to tie the information to the event in a custom way, so that our event generator can properly take the data and use it. I think we should be pretty good on this this character creator stuff. This is actually pretty clean and it works really well. And as we saw, I mean, let me just delete this. As we saw, it runs pretty well. Just make sure to continue. Like I said, I should be able to just do that and I get all my character data. Yeah, so I mean, it's working. The data doesn't look malformed. It looks really nice. Yeah, this is working out pretty well, guys. So, all right. So I think part 2 of this sucker is over. Hopefully next week, I'm gonna look into different streaming softwares and see if I can find one that works better than OBS, because it is being a rightful pain in the ass. Or maybe just upgrade my OBS and my operating system, and hopefully it's something minor. But I'll let you know. I'll keep you updated everywhere. I'm super sorry again. I can't be sorry enough that this happened, but you're probably going to get a much more edited and palatable video out of this, so you can always look forward to that. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Feel free to join me next week. Hopefully it'll be a little bit better than this. And yeah, have a wonderful week, everyone. With that, later.